Happy Saturday, and I'm wondering, how many of us are getting ready for Christmas and the hustle and bustle, or finishing up Hanukkah, or all these things that we might lose track of ourselves. Today,
we lost audio.
Oh, no.
and there I'm back. Lovely. So let's try that again. So, wow, that was awesome. Well, anyways, with the hustle.
Still happening. Yep. Still can't hear you. We were just talking prior to this that technology has not been our friend lately, been all kinds of things. So welcome to the show today. We're super excited to have you. This is the last of our 7 days of 10-minute episodes that are like boosters for everybody. We are so lucky to have the incredible Michelle Olson here today to talk about self-care. So Michelle, I'm just going to hand it right off to you so we can maximize our time with you.
Great.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Mavericks. And thanks everybody for being here. And I'm so excited that I'm the last one of this awesome series, these 10-minute segments. I love them, by the way. They are really uplifting. So self-care, and I love that you assigned that one to me because, as a gerontologist and an art therapist, this is something that comes up a lot in my work. And when I work with older people and their families, this is something that I do quite frequently. So when I think about self-care, I think it's, especially during COVID, right? It's more common now than ever. People's like, oh, you need to do this to take care of yourself. You need to do this to take care of yourself. But when we're talking about people working in healthcare or elder care, sometimes I think that can almost be like one more thing to do, right? Like, I don't have time. I haven't had a day off in 2 months. Like, I literally had a student say to me, I haven't had a day off in 58 days. So how do you say, well, you should do some self-care practices, right? So it almost comes off as a to-do list thing, right? So what I like to talk about more in my work is self-compassion. So self-care is great and we need it and we need to schedule it. But when we talk about self-compassion, it kind of has the term more where we're thinking a little bit about how we have compassion for ourselves, how we have more love and forgiveness for ourselves. And so it really acknowledges that we're all worthy, right? That we are worthy of that care and that compassion. So thinking about a little further about it, especially because it's gift giving, and Francis just said he was shopping for gifts. When I think about self-compassion and giving gifts, when we're shopping and picking out things for people we love, we're doing it right from the heart because we want someone to feel good. So if we kind of flip that around and we think about giving ourselves a gift, why don't we hold it with that same sense of gratitude and honor and compassion, right? So that when we say, oh, it's self-care is a gift to yourself, like literally it is, if we just look at it that way. So it's
beautiful.
Kind of a way to flip the narrative there. And then what else did I want to say? So, and then remember early on in the pandemic, and you may remember this, Catherine, I posted this video. I felt compelled to post this video that I made. Yes. And I asked, how are you today? Right? Not how are you, but specifically, how are you today? So I think that question from that video is really relevant now, like all these months later. That was like really, really early. That was right in the beginning of it. So I think it's something that we can still ask ourselves when we think about self-compassion and self-care. So
I remember that video, Michelle, and it really had an impact on me. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to find that video on LinkedIn and repost that in our notes here today, because it's a good one for us to just remember.
Thank you. Yeah. And so, listen, I can get on a tangent about different practices, and I'm going to just share a couple things that people can do right now to take care of themselves, right? Because we only have a few minutes. Well, one, this is what I like to do. Get yourself a cup of whatever. Like, I'm trying to be healthier, so I'm drinking green tea, right? My partner, he's got me kind of in the health thing. So savoring your tea or your coffee, that beverage. It sounds, like, oh, drink your drink, but take your time and enjoy it. Light a candle. This is a gratitude candle. So I do things like that. I'm often asked to speak about journaling. And one of the things that I like to do, and anybody can do it, it doesn't matter if you're an artist or a writer, is get yourself some kind of a journal. This one, what I do is I pre-paint the pages, and then I go in and I write messages to myself because nobody else sees this. So this one, you know, because I tend to get myself all anxious and worried. This one says, thoughts come and go, let them go, right? Just like clouds.
Gosh.
You know, how about this? I'm trying to get in the camera.
I never get it right. I am doing my best right now. Beautiful.
Just that's it. Just little things that come to you. I started to take up Tai Chi because I feel the need for balance. So this week I've been kind of focusing on that balance that, you know, that we see in nature, the winter, the different seasons, activity, inactivity. So I'm really, as I'm journaling, I'm thinking about things that I need, that my body and my mind need right now. It's not, nobody else has to see it. You can just write. You can use color. Believe me, I could do a whole session on that. But I think one way that we can all practice self-compassion right now, and if y'all will humor me a little bit, right, is we have access to our breath. And when we're really strung out, like I was when I couldn't get my technology to work, I was like, oh. And I saw Catherine going, because I couldn't hear her, and that's what okay. All right. So as I was saying, actually in my earlier video last month, like our minds are intricately connected to our bodies and to our hearts, right? We've got this beautiful little, well, not little, this beautiful nerve called the vagus nerve, and it runs right down from our brain stem all the way down to our gut, and it branches out to all of most of our organs, and so including our heart. So you can see how when your mind is anxious, your heart races, right? Mm-hmm. So one way to do a little self-compassion is just to kind of do a little breathing exercise, and you don't have to be any kind of an expert or meditator for this. But what y'all can do, I'm gonna just ask you to put your phone, first of all, take the phone. This is one thing I have to practice. Take it and put it away, right? Mm-hmm. That's number one, when you're talking about self-care, self-compassion, put that away. And just, I like to kick off my shoes. And when I do my sessions with my clients, sometimes they think I'm nuts, but I love it. I say, you know, I invite you to take your shoes off. That is, there's two reasons. One, because now we're connected with the earth. Our feet and our toes, we can feel the earth. And I also like the metaphor, you know, have fun, kick your shoes off, and just relax. Be it calm, yeah. Right? And just drop your shoulders and settle your body. And the idea is when we inhale, it does increase our heart rate, but when we take a long exhale, it stimulates that vagus nerve, which also kind of stimulates our parasympathetic nervous system. And that's what brings us back down. So it's not that fight or flight. We breathe out like a nice exhale, and it calms our mind, it calms our hearts. So we're going to try 3 breaths. And this is what anybody can do in your car, at work, wherever. So we're going to breathe in for 6, all right? So we're just going to inhale. Exhale 6. And you're just going to do it again. And this time I want you to notice as you're inhaling, just notice the air going in through your nose. And you can close your eyes if you like. And you're just going to feel, you can even put your hand on your heart if you want, and the other hand on your belly. And as you're breathing in, you're noticing your heart expand. And your lungs are filling up with air, and just kind of, you can almost picture a beautiful color surrounding it. And just exhale. Let it out. So you can do this, like I said, 3 times to just instantly calm your heart rate, settle your mind a little bit. And if you really want to add a little self-compassion to it, a little loving kindness, you can give yourself those little words, you know, of encouragement, kind of like in that video. So when you're breathing in, you might say, this is really hard. This is really hard in your mind, right? And then when you're exhaling, you say, you know what? I'm not alone. I'm not alone. You know, you'll come up with your own words. And then you're going to inhale, and you're like, I'm alive. I'm grateful to be alive. And exhale, you know, you might have something that brings you peace. Like I'm at peace in my body right now. So each inhale, There's kind of a message, and then exhale is a message. So just one, validate and acknowledge that sometimes it's hard. Things are hard, right? We're stressed. And then to not judge yourself for it and just continue to breathe. And you can do this kind of loving kindness, self-compassion, breathing exercise anytime. And that's really, my suggestion, because you had asked me to just give people a suggestion. So
I love that, Michelle. And I have to say, my favorite thing about what you said today is it doesn't have to be another to-do list item. I have the app Calm on my phone, and I have created it as a to-do list item. And if I don't do it, I'm wrong. I make myself wrong. And what you just did changed everything. Just make it about self-compassion. When do I need some self-compassion for me? And then it's not a to-do list item that I've failed to get done. It's actually something that I have compassion for me. And so that's just my little story for me today, that you just opened up that door. Thank you. And I know that opened up doors for some of our listeners too. Take things off your to-do list and just have it just be integrated, something that you do, a moment when it works for you in your day.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. Taylor.
You can open the gift.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Michelle sent us something and she said we can't open it until today. So look,
this is what I want the viewers to do too. So, all right. So go ahead.
Okay.
I got to give Catherine credits. I don't know if I could have not opened it. That's good on you, Catherine.
Oh my goodness. Oh, this is so fun. Okay. This is the take your shoes off, right? Take your shoes off. These are tie-dye socks. Did you make these?
No, I ordered them, but I have a little thing for crazy socks, and I love to give them to clients too. And I want everybody listening to just take those breaths when you need them.
Yes.
Take your shoes off. I mean, I got on these little crazy cat socks today. Like, I love fun socks. Yep. And just enjoy each moment.
I do too.
That's so fun. Michelle, thank you. I will make sure that these guys get their pair of socks, maybe. I might keep them all. I don't know. I can be selfish that way. Just kidding. This is beautiful.
Yes, you can.
Thank you so much. And so much fun. So when we wear them, we will think of you and we'll have a moment of self-compassion and joy in our day. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes.
Taylor, do you want to tell people what to do now?
Yes, so we have had 7 days of these Facebook pop-up lives. We've had one word each day. We've had so much fun talking to experts in the field and exploring these words just for 10 minutes. 10 minutes goes so fast. And if we just change one little bit about how you lived your week, that would make all the difference. And we want to invite you to join our Facebook group, Mavericks of Senior Living Facebook group, because we are releasing collaboration circles next month. Already 2021, next month. It's crazy, but we're here, we're doing it. Collaboration circles is where we bring different-minded people all around the same table, and we take on challenges in senior care because we want to make senior care the best it can be for everyone. So join our Facebook group. We are offering different prizes for anyone who joins our Facebook group this week. The Maverick mugs, we have a blanket, we have a big prize coming, I think tomorrow, which will be super fun. So we invite you to join our Mavericks Facebook group. We want to hear your voice and we want to change the way we age.
Thank you, Taylor. Michelle, thank you so much for being with us today. Have a beautiful weekend. We love our socks. And everyone, thanks for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.